All right, Hugs. Let's see where this one's gonna go. You ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, that didn't quite work. Can we get a bigger one? You try, you try, you try. Oh, come on, give it a go. You ready? Oh, that's kind of cool. A few more. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, they're so small, aren't they? Do you think we can do a big one? Let's try a big one. Here we go, here we go. Oh, one more time, one more time, one more time. Here we go. Oh, hello. Michael from Doing Life Together. Hope you're staying safe and well. I'm just out here enjoying some time with my friend Kimochis. Hugs. Can you say hi, Hugs? Hi, Hugs. Hi! Oh gosh, Hugs, it's okay. Okay, can you just say hi, Hugs? Really nice and calm with Hugs. One more time. Ready? Ready, go. Hi, Hugs. Hi! Oh gosh, gosh, gosh. Hugs, you see folks, Hugs likes to be up and close to people. Hugs is our larger than life character, big personality, lots inside, really wants to get up and say hi and have some fun together. Oh God, okay, let's just, whoa, settle down for a second, Hugs. Now, just a reminder for those playing at home, playing in school, if you've got the large Kimochis, great. If you've got the small Kimochis, great. If not, follow the link in this video description to our website, download the template, and you can make your own Hugs puppet ready to use, ready to play along as we go. All right, Hugs. Now, how's your week been so far? Sorry, my mistake. When you ask Hugs questions, sometimes Hugs just likes to share because Hugs has got so much going on inside. In fact, any of you seen the movie Finding Dory? This will test to see if you were listening to the small details. How many hearts does an octopus have? I wonder. If you said 3, you'd be right. And that is a way of saying that Hugs has so much love inside of him, so much stuff to get out, 3 hearts full of emotion and feelings and energy. And one of the ways that I like to show that to boys and girls and to small groups, to parents as well, is by doing this. Have a look. Hugs loves to feel excited. Hugs loves feeling silly. Hugs loves feeling this one. Do you know what that one is? Loved. Hugs has these feelings. They don't have anything on them, and they're deliberate, by the way, for the adults. This is in case children come up with feelings they're not sure what they're called or want to make their own up, or ones that aren't in the kit, and that's fine. Hugs has a few of those tucked away in there as well. Hugs loves to feel hopeful. Hugs, oh, this is a favourite of his, loves to feel surprise. Surprise goes in there. Can you start to see what's happening? Proud, optimistic. Oh, we're just getting so much in there. Loves to feel friendly. Friendly goes in there too. Loves to feel brave. Loves to feel curious and kind. They're going to go in there too and up. That's a great analogy, a great visual for what it's like to be Hugs. And those of you, those adults, those children who are like Hugs, you understand that. You know how that works and how that feels inside. By the way, don't forget, if you haven't got the feeling pillows, you can also download the Kimochis feeling chart from our website as well. Now, that's a lot of stuff to do stuff with. That's a lot of stuff to work out what you do. And that's why Hugs sometimes, he can find it a challenge to make some of his feelings a little bit smaller or to keep them the right size. And one of those feelings the Hugs really struggles with often is this one. And if I was with you right now, I'd ask one of you to reach in and find out what's happening to Hugs. And by the way, before I would do that, I'd introduce Hugs to you in some way. And you saw me blowing bubbles today and having this bubble fun with Hugs. Hugs loves big, loud, over-the-top activities. So blowing bubbles, running around and chasing them. He loves, making messes and going crazy with streamers and balloons, letting balloons go around the air, whatever you might have. Have fun, have silly. Another one I love to do with Hugs, by the way, is a glow stick party. So mums and dads, fun thing to do at home. Parents, the teachers, you can do this in the classroom. Get some glow sticks, go crazy, turn the lights off and just go, one! Let Hugs roam around, throw around, go crazy, do some backflips side to side and all around the place. That's what Hugs likes to do to introduce himself. Now, Hugs has a feeling inside and you can tell he's feeling this. So I want you to reach inside and grab it for me. Are you ready? Here we go. Have a look. It's this feeling. What feeling is that? Yes, it's our silly feeling. Can you tell it's silly? How can you tell? What do you see there that tells you that feeling is silly? Yeah, it's the tongue sticking out. It's the big ha ha smile. It's your eyes going woo woo woo. It's our silly feeling. And hugs has a lot of challenge sometimes, a lot of trouble trying to keep this the right size. Because when our silly is the right size, it's funny, it's kind of cool, it comes in the right time, the right doses. But when our silly gets a bit too big, oh, it can take over everything else. And our Kimochis Kotowaza for silly is that there are times to be silly and there are times to be serious. And it's important that we teach hugs, that we teach each other the difference of those times. Now, take a moment before I keep going with hugs. Turn to your mums and dads, turn to your friends, your teacher, your small group. Look at yourself in a mirror and show everybody what your silly looks like. Actually dance on the spot, jump up and down, hang upside down like a monkey, whatever you need to do. Show people, what do you look like when you get silly? What does your body do? Use your voice, show us, let us hear what your voice does when you get silly. All of these things, show each other what your silly looks like. Have a think about what it looks like when your silly is a small silly, when your silly is a medium-sized silly, or when your silly is a big silly. Play with that for a few minutes. What do you notice? What do you see on each other as you're looking at people's sillies? It's kind of a little bit funny, isn't it? But we all know when silly gets too big, it can take over, and all of a sudden it can go from funny to, yeah, not so funny, very, very quickly. Now, you might want to tell some stories to the people around you, to your mums and dads, to your teachers, to your friends, your small group, around when you felt silly. Share some of those silly stories. It might be moments at school, it might be moments at home, whenever you've been silly. It might be with your brother, your sister, it might be jumping all over your dad, it might be laughing at what grandma's doing. Whatever it is, share those silly stories. Connect to each other by sharing those moments. I'm sure you'll have fun doing that for a few minutes. Now, a game to kind of work out what silly feels like and how it takes over our body and how it gets big really quickly is a game called Hug Says. And this is kind of similar to Simon Says. It goes like this. Hugs is going to ask you to do some things that are all silly and crazy. And if he says, Hug says, I want you to do those things. But if he doesn't say Hug says, I want you not to do those things. Are you ready to play at home? Are you ready to play at school? Here we go. Are you ready, Hugs? Whoa! Oh gosh, Hugs. Just settle down a sec. Here we go. All right. Ready? Make your nose dance. Oh gosh, Hugs, that's kind of funny. What else have you got there? Jump up and down on your tippy toes. What else have you got? Running tight circles. Oh, hang on. Did Hugs say Hug says? Ready to play again? Here we go. You ready, Hugs? Here we go. Hug says rub your tummy. Okay. Hug says tap your ears. Hug says make a silly sound. Oh, okay. Hug says stamp your feet. Touch your nose. Oh, hang on, Hug. Did you say Hug says? Hug Says can be a really fun game to working out what silly feels like, being silly, and trying to work out when it gets too big, when it stops being the right size and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It also helps people work out the difference between times to be silly and times to be serious. And you can role play some of those times using hugs in scenarios as you see fit with your children at home, in school, in small group, online, wherever it might be. Now, Hugs does need some tools to make his silly smaller. Now, what do you do? What tools do you already have that you practice already to make your silly a little bit smaller? Have a think for a second. You might have said things like, have some quiet time, do a quiet activity, head outside and jump up and down the spot 10 times really, really fast. You might have said things like, grab a drink of water. You might have said, listen to some slow beat music, something that might just change the rhythm, change what's going on for you. There are a whole range of ways that you can make your silly a little bit smaller. And you can talk more to each other, more to mum and dad, more to your teachers, more to your friends about that shortly. But whatever it is, you need to make that silly a little bit smaller. But Hugs needs one more tool, you see, because when Hugs gets silly, Hugs, it's okay. Sometimes Hugs finds it really hard to notice that his silly is getting too big, and he gets carried away, and that can hurt other people. That can cause people to get cranky, upset, run away, all sorts of stuff. So Hugs needs our support, our help, to know when his silly is getting that little bit too big. And you might have a brother or sister, a mum or dad, maybe yourself, maybe your friends, maybe your teacher. You might have people in your life that need your help working out when their silly gets that little bit too big. And here's how we do it. Hugs comes in, he gets all silly. Hugs, okay. Hugs. We need to work out how to help you know when you're getting too silly. What was that? Oh, you mean this kind of help, me doing this with you kind of help? Oh, that was interesting. So what did you notice? Oh, did you hear what Hugs is saying? Hugs said when he saw me do this, he kind of thought, ooh, maybe I should stop. Well, this is part of a tool we like to call Hey, Settle Down. And what we do is we get Hugs to go a little bit silly, and we ask the boys and girls to come up to Hugs with their hand down like this, not confrontational, just polite and gentle, and say in a whisper, hey Hugs, settle down. When we practice that tool over and over and over, it becomes a tool that Hugs knows when he hears it, it means his silly has gotten a little too big and he needs to find a way to make it smaller. Let's practice that one more time together. Are you ready? You ready, Hugs? Well, hey Hugs. Hey Hugs, settle down. Maybe you can try that at home. Practice together as your family, with your teacher, with your small group, with your friends. Practice with yourself and give it a go this week. See if it makes a difference in helping people work out when that silly needs to come down a little bit to become a little bit smaller. Hugs and I have had an absolute ball out here with you today, and we just hope you have an amazing week, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Say bye, Hugs. Ready? Bye!